Hi guys, and welcome back to another exciting episode of whatever the hell the show is turning into. In today's episode, we're having a look at Hogwarts Legacy. I do apologize for the audio quality. For some reason, my microphone has decided to heat itself and is now no longer not working properly, and it's caused problems with other recordings. But yeah, I managed to get something to work now, so I just thought I'd rather post something than just leave it in the dark. To start off with, I'd like to give a shout out to all the people that subbed in the last episode and dropped me a few comments. It's been really helpful. We did a couple Twitch streams over the weekend past, and that was quite positive and successful all in all, even though that we were just trolling. So yeah, thank you to all of you, and let's get to it. Alright, so we're in Hogwarts. Well, we're just outside of Hogwarts. It's over there. Yeah, it's been really difficult to do a video on this game. I've probably recorded more times than I would like to admit. Just for the simple fact that this game is quite big, and it's difficult to give a straightforward answer whether or not this game is good or not. I've come to a decision though. I'm going to give it a ranking of 6 3/4, and I'm sticking with that because the best thing about this game is the combat. The second good thing about this game is the broom. The third and last good thing about this game is probably the story, and the actual questing is very involved and gets really good. You know, it's like you're playing a movie or playing through a movie. But the other stuff that's backing that up, I feel, is lacking. This is a new game and a new release, and I really hope that they fix some of the things in future updates. So yeah, the things I'm complaining about is your gear slot. They did one thing right here, so before I complain, let me acknowledge the good thing. It doesn't matter on the item that you've got, you can change the look of it to anything you want or anything that you've acquired before, and I think that is an amazing mechanic. It alleviates so much pressure from collecting specific gears so it looks right, or getting something that looks nice but has really crappy stats. I think they did literally the best thing that they could with this. Like, this is great. However, in this greatness, you're restricted with gear slots, and I'm maxed out at 40 gear slots. So once you hit 40 and you're busy splunking, the only thing that you can do is destroy something like that, and you don't get anything for it because you destroyed it. You could have just thrown it on the floor, you know, and left it for later time to come collect it, but no, you destroyed it and got nothing. You literally set it on fire and you walked away. Again, which is alright, except the money is quite scarce, so what I've been doing is I've been selling them, but it's been such a mission. So like, this is an unidentified item, so I don't know if it's better or worse, but will probably be worse because it's on this side. It's just something I've noticed. If a item is better, then I might be lying. I'm probably lying, because this hat's better, but I need to upgrade it, and this one I've already upgraded twice. So you see the offense is 18, where that one's 0. Anyway, doesn't matter. This you have to go identify in your room of requirements in your main place. So at least you have a fast TP to get there. You TP there, you identify, let's say, 10 or 20 of these items that you've collected that should be better than your current stuff. After you identify it, you might be level locked, so they might only be equipable if you hit level 35, and by the time you hit that level, you might already found something that's even better than that you can equip already. You can upgrade these items with beasties that you capture throughout the world. But it becomes its whole mechanic. It becomes half an hour to do half an hour of questing, or an hour's worth, because you have to empty out your inventory to collect more jank that's unrewarding, to go do more unrewarding activities in order to collect more unrewarding things. Again, I'm just saying this, I've played about 40 hours, and I was gonna hold off the review until I finish the game, but I'll probably just end up doing another review once it's done. All in all, it is a beautifully created game, and the map is ginormous, like is big, which is good. Some spaces feel empty, like even though it's big, there's not a lot to do, and then other places feel quite cramped with quite a lot going on. And especially if you have OCD, finishing this map is going to take some time and will probably be very annoying to deal with, especially in the beginning stages. But once you hit like level 30, I feel like you get a massive power spike in your spells, and the map gets even bigger than this. I initially thought it was only this, and then down here you can, I think there's a cave or something you go through, and that opens up to over here. It's not a cave, it's a mine, I think, and you fight your way through. And yeah, the map just gets even bigger. So there's lots of these Merlin trials, and I've maxed out what I can collect, basically. I can still finish these off, but there's no rewards behind it, which is quite annoying, you know, especially on the gear slots. That would have been nice to go up to 60, and I wouldn't complain about being a wizard and being capped at 40 gear slots. Ideally, to fix that, you should have maybe an option of just sending it straight to your room of requirements. You know, this is a magician game, or a wizard and witch game, so there should be some way to send, you know, some parcel inside your on your person to back to Hogwarts. And don't tell me that it's not realistic, because I'm currently having 16 pieces of clothing at some point in my pocket, and my pocket doesn't even look big. On top of that, I've got another point. I can capture big dogs and stuff. Well, dogs and unicorns and hippogriffs in this bag over here. The same one I keep the Thestral in, or the hippogriff. Same bag, and there can be 40 of them in that bag, right? And that's a small bag. There's no even space to put that bag on me, but I've got it, you know? Game logic. So I feel like if they were to update that mechanic, that would alleviate a lot of time spent managing your inventory slots, because that is quite a pet peeve at the moment for me.
Time to go a little quicker. Faster.
Yeah, I mean, the hippogriff and stuff are not as good as the broom, but visually it's quite nice, and you can run with them, or just suck them into the bag. Again, the nice thing about this game would be the combat. It's fluid, it's liquid. Once you get the hang of it, it is so much fun to just use combos, pull people towards you, a crowd of people, flip them down onto the ground, or burst them with fire, and it's really fun exploring that. Like, there's a lot of cool things in here, like they've got dueling challenges, so you need to whack a troll with his own club on the head, stuff like that. So it keeps on trying you to push what you think is possible with the spells. Like, the combat, I feel, is completely rounded down and focused on. There are some broken spots on the map, so like with this broom you're able to complete most of the ancient technology stuff, except one or two of them. For some reason you cannot land on like this. You can't dismount here. I can't see any reason why I could not dismount here. the only reason I can think why I can't do that is because of this red barrier, that it's at the map limit, which is alright. I mean, there is nothing at that point, but...
This looks intriguing.
Again, really good. And probably the next playthrough I'll go
There's a victory that came on too soon.
Difficulty up. This was just to get used to the game and figure out what's plotting. But yeah, all in all, good solid game. Would I recommend buying it? Yeah, probably. If you had 60 quid spare, you know, I'd definitely tell you to pick this up. I would recommend maybe buying it on the PlayStation 5 versus the PC, as you get a couple more quests inside the Hogsmeade. But other than that, it's just because PlayStation invested in this game back when it was still in development stages, so that's all fine. It's merely cosmetic stuff again. So like most of this game is basically cosmetic. So
the beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now.
Let's see if I can rescue this little fella. Is there something in here? Oh yeah, there is.
Hello, Hamura.
This I also feel like they could up it because it has 3 levels of Alohomora, and even though it's quite nice doing it in the beginning, it does get quite boring or quite quickly. I mean, all 3 levels are the same in unlocking them.
Everything's alright now.
Not really much of a puzzle, it's just figuring out where the controller vibrates or where the little points move, and then it unlocks. Level 1, 2, and 3, same difficulty, same lock. Well, I think the lock looks a little bit differently visually, but other than that, it's still the same. So either they could just change that out to have a talent point, so you could just press X to unlock them instead of going into the lock every time, because it's the same mechanic anyway. Yeah, there's a lot of little things like that throughout the game, but I would highly recommend picking it up. Anyway, I think I've said enough in this video. Hopefully I've said enough and not too much. And yeah, hope you guys to catch you in the next one. If you have any comments about what you like about the game, if you've picked it up, any concerns or any things that you don't like about the game, drop me a comment and I can have a look at those things as well. Thank you guys. Cheers.